Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw his Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 25 on 2nd down. Carr escaping the pressure right. Connects with Cole again. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Raiders.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Pushes him over, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Cole. Touchdown, Raiders. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Harris to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tyree Gillespie, the one to get him down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to have us down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for L.A.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert steps away to his left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And Hunter Renfrow has given them great production for a 5th-round pick. 56 catches last season, and we know he's famous for being 3rd in Renfrow, but I think he's pretty good on 1st and 2nd down, too.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 36.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Carr completes it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. On play action, now Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Carr. And finding Keelan Cole. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On first down, Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Grant. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Carr. And here he's got Grant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On first down, it's Jacobs trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Still 9 remaining on second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on third and a yard. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. final shot here before half for Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Here's Harris to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's hauled away inside the 30.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
On first down, it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kyle Van Noy came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second and long. Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Raiders. Play action. Now it's Carr.
First down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Carr's throw taken in by Adams. That catch good for only a couple. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now Carr. Touchdown! Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
The score, Raiders 14. Chargers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Herbert off of play action. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Shifts past him at the 45. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, guy shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On second down, Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down, it's Jacobs. Oh, no, he lost the football. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Charger drive about to get going. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. The run there on 1st down, going to get them 5 up to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chandler Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free.
Herbert on the keeper.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Carr going to look to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. That man right there, John Ross, remember, he ran the fastest combine 40 in history, 4.22 seconds, and he showed off that speed right there. Wow. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Throwing, Herbert. Dancing to his left. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this one is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. One last throw here for Herbert. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type